Hello, my name is Angelica. I am a certified transpersonal energy healing practitioner. And today I'm going to take you through a series of chakra warm-ups that I've personalized to fit my lifestyle and the way I like to move. I am a healing practitioner and I work with aspiring entrepreneurs who want to overcome their resistance to starting their business, and I incorporate transpersonal energy healing and my dance background and my health coaching background as well into a holistic healing program to help regulate their nervous system and overcome resistance. So, I'm going to take you through the 7 chakra movements, and I'm going to start with the first. And I like to do this primarily when I'm going through times of overthinking and trying to um, fix everything with my mind and just feel like I'm spinning out. This gets me back into my body, and it helps me tell my nervous system that I'm okay, in spite of all the crazy things happening in the mind. So we're going to start with the first chakra. I'm going to try to get in view here. So, okay. So it's really important with your first chakra. If you can be barefoot, all the better. But if you can't, it's okay. So I'm going to take a nice wide stance, and I like to just gently start to pulse my knees. And it's a very soft movement. It's not jerky or sudden. And I like to do this to really act like I'm emptying my weight into the earth through the soles of my feet. Like I could really just set everything down. It's like giving into gravity. And then what I like to do is I like to start to notice how it feels when the ground, the floor, the earth, wherever you're standing, I like to notice how it's giving feedback to my body. So close your eyes and start to connect to how strong the ground is beneath you, how you're supported. Very good. So that is my favorite way to feel my first root chakra. Okay, now moving on to second chakra. This is going to be from our pelvis up to our navel. So I like to get into the hips to feel my second chakra, to juice it up. So I'm going to, again, have like softly bent knees because this is something that requires mobility in the hips. And I'm going to start by tilting my pelvis one direction. So I've got my left hip bone pointing up, and I've got the right more pointing down. And you can see kind of my right knee is bent. The hip that's down has to be bent very deeply in order for that tilt to happen. And then switch. There you go. So get comfortable with that. Tilting. Already loosening up his hip joints. Everything contained within the pelvic region. Moving and shifting. And then we're going to take the back and forth movement. So I'm going to tuck as if I was zipping up a pair of tight jeans, tucking the pelvis under like so. You might feel your tailbone drop straight to the ground. You might feel your glutes tighten a little bit. That's okay. And then you release. And then we're going to actually tilt our pelvis forward like we were going to spill something, spill a cup. And there you go. So just take that, pulse that back and forth. Feels very, very good. All right, and if you want to get extra saucy with it, you can combine all 4 directions in one fluid movement. So we'll start with a tilt one side, and then you're going to move to the front. You're going to tuck your pelvis under, like you're zipping up the hands, and then you tilt to the other side, and then you're going to spill the cup of water. And then back to your original side. And you can just connect all those dots, and then you can start a nice fluid circle. And then a lot like the first chakra movement, this one is just so good for letting go. I feel like I'm wringing out my organs from the inside, and it's such a good feeling. Okay, so next we're going to go to the solar plexus chakra. This is going to be from the belly button up until our sternum, or the breastbone there. And this is all about energizing and power and determination and our belief in ourselves, and it's a very hot energy. And so I like to get quick movements going for this space. I'm going to start lightly with kind of loose fists. We'll start lightly massaging. Oh, you can loosely do it up your torso and around on your rib cage. And for me, it always feels so good to touch my rib cage because I don't do that very often. And then reach around the back with loose fists and do some gentle kneading. And feels so good. So good. Oh, I love that. So that's like how I wake it up, and then I would probably move on to something that, like my dance background, is going to feel like a little bit like a dance move. So I'm going to do that in a rib cage slide. So, all right, we're going to pretend we have a, let's say a flat surface right here, and we are essentially, our job is to slide along it exactly like parallel. So we're like almost like you're sweeping that sweeping that surface with your chest. So this is a slide of the rib cage. So you can take it one at a time. Slide. Your whole body stays centered, strong, but your ribs are the ones that are sliding outward and back. And this causes the abs to start working, so you start to build that fire, that power right here in your solar plexus chakra. Okay, very good. Isn't it fun? Okay, so moving on to the heart. Now we're going to start getting a little bit softer, a little bit more subtle. In the heart space, it's all about soft touch, and for me, an opening. I want to stimulate an opening. So I like to do this almost really often, actually. I like to just gently start stroking my heart, my palm. It's very like I was rubbing my belly after a good meal, just a gentle, or like you're rubbing a friend's back to console them. Oh, there you are, heart. And then what I like to do is I like to create a movement that makes me feel like I'm opening my space. Like here it is, here's my heart. And it's very common for us in our modern lifestyle to collapse in our chest, which effectively closes the heart space. So it's great to do something that is counterbalances that movement pattern. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my elbows directly in front of me like this. It's okay if you can't come all the way together, just as far as you can. And I want you to now toggle between contracted and open. So we're going to close, like you're going to concave your chest, suck in your heart, get small, and then we're going to do the opposite, open. You're going to open like your arms are like a cactus or a goalpost. And then you want to go even past your shoulders even, and open, and see if you can arch your upper back, your mid and upper back. Look up if you can, if it's comfortable, but don't extend your neck, and back to collapsed. And when you do the move between the collapse and the back bend like this, it's not a bad thing to be collapsing, because what we're doing is we're mobilizing the tissue. So it's okay. Like we're not staying stuck there in poor posture. We're doing this for the sake of mobility. So the more mobility we create in our tissues, the better, more effective our energy can move. Because our body is the container for the energy. All right, moving on to the throat chakra. Now, I'm a big fan of toning. I love to just choose like a vowel sound. One of my favorites lately is voo, and I love to just voo and just hold it as long as I can. But let's make it a little more spicy. And I'm going to do a new one that really wakes up your neck, your throat, your face, and your voice. So it's going to be like let's call it a dragon breath. Let's take a big inhale. And then you're going to open your eyes wide. You're going to make your mouth really wide and stick out your tongue. So when we do all of that together, you really want to make the face big. You're going to let out a lion or dragon breath. and it looks really funny. So it's kind of fun to do this in the mirror if you want to. I love doing this too because these deep breaths, it's almost like you're pushing out stale air. In some way that feels really good feels really alive in my throat too when I'm pushing out the air that maybe I'm not used to reaching when I take normal breaths. All right, moving on. We're almost wrapping up here with our most subtle 6th and 7th chakras. We're going to go to the brow chakra next. This is going to be a very gentle, again, opening sort of movement, just like the heart, a lot like the heart. So take your fingertips and you're going to meet them in the center of your forehead like so, like you're about to part some curtains, and then gently stroke all the way to just where your hairline, your temple meet, and then go back to the center and repeat this several more times. Just, it's a gentle thing because the third eye, our spiritual eyes, it needs a gentle opening. Good. And then I also really love to incorporate eye movements into my day-to-day like meditation practice when I need breaks from work, when I need to reset. I love doing eye movements. It's really good for your brain and your nervous system. And all right, so let's begin. So basically the trick is to keep your head steady, but you're going to move your eyeballs around in the socket like you were looking around the face of a round clock. So keeping your head straight on, have your neck straight, everything in normal posture. Look, only move your eyes, don't tilt your head, just use your eyeballs and look up to 12 o'clock. Good. Now move to the, let's go to the right, let's go clockwise. Let's look at 3 o'clock. Let's look at 6 o'clock. I'm not moving my head, I'm just moving my eyeballs as far as I can. Now let's look at 9 o'clock. And then 12. Now, so you can take it in your 4 directions, or you could think about it north, east, south, west, however you want to do it. Whatever helps you orient your eyeballs to these 4 directions. And then if you get comfortable with that, you can start to rotate in one motion, one fluid circle, not stopping, just connecting the 4 directions and creating one smooth. Ah, that feels so good. Feels so good. That's a great one to do when you need a break from screen time. Okay, lastly, we're going to do our crown chakra. Now, the crown chakra has an opening through our top of our head, and we're going to gently wake it up with fingertips again. So when it's a really subtle one, I like to use some touch first to bring my awareness to this chakra area. Just gently rubbing the skin of the scalp, which we don't get enough of, at least I don't get enough scalp massage myself. All right, great. Now I'm very aware and I feel alive in my scalp, and my hair looks a little messy, but so now I'm going to just basically ask for universal energy to pour down, almost like it was coming through a funnel that is inserted in the top of my head. Gently seal it in my hands. And I could say, can I have some more, please? Like this. Can I have some more, please? And then through your palms, take it down. And here you go. That's all it takes. It takes very little for us to gather and borrow or borrow, I don't want to say that, but to use universal energy to call upon it. Thank you so much for watching. I love to use these exercises with my clients to help them to remind them that they are in their body, even if they have racing thoughts, they're having old beliefs or patterns showing up. It's great to remind them that they are okay, and doing these body movements and balancing our energy helps send a signal to the nervous system that we are okay. Thank you again for watching. My name's Angelica, and if you would like to learn more about transpersonal energy healing and Somagetics, please click the link below. Bye.